The Carson family, Jack, his wife, Emily, and their two children Lily and Ben, moved to a remote cabin in the foothills of the Navajo Nation, seeking a quieter life away from the chaos of the city. Jack, an artist, is drawn to the natural beauty of the landscape, hoping to find inspiration for his work. However, as they settle into their new home, they begin to hear unsettling stories from the locals about skinwalkers, shape-shifting witches who can take the form of animals or even people. Dismissing these tales as mere superstition, the family tries to adjust to their new life. As the days pass, strange occurrences begin to unfold. The family hears scratching noises at night, and objects around the cabin go missing only to reappear in odd places. One evening, while hiking nearby, Lily and Ben discover a set of large animal-like tracks leading into the woods. When they return home, they excitedly show their parents, but Jack brushes it off as the prints of a large dog. Unbeknownst to them, the forest holds secrets that are about to unravel their sense of safety and security. One night, the family is awoken by a blood-curdling howl that echoes through the valley. Jack, concerned but skeptical, decides to investigate. Armed with a flashlight, he ventures outside, where he finds nothing unusual, only the eerie quiet of the night. However, as he returns to the cabin, he catches a glimpse of a dark figure moving between the trees. He feels a chill run down his spine, dismissing it as a trick of the light. The next morning, Emily finds a pile of deer bones in the backyard, further unsettling them all. Emily becomes increasingly anxious about the stories of skinwalkers, while Jack remains skeptical. Tensions rise as the family's nightly peace is disrupted by strange sounds and unexplainable events. One evening, Ben falls ill, developing a high fever. As they care for him, they notice that he seems to be muttering about the man in the woods. The family brushes it off as fever dreams, but Lily claims she saw a shadowy figure watching them from the tree line. Jack finally starts to wonder if there might be some truth to the legends after all. In search of answers, Jack decides to speak with a local elder who shares stories of skinwalkers and their malevolent nature. The elder warns him that skinwalkers can take the form of loved ones, preying on families' fears and insecurities. Jack returns home with a heavy heart, sharing the elder's words with Emily. As they try to reassure each other, the children's health continues to deteriorate. Lily becomes withdrawn, often staring out the window as if entranced by something outside. One night, while checking on the children, Jack overhears Lily having a whispered conversation with someone outside. Alarmed, he rushes to the window only to find her staring at the forest. He calls out to her, but she seems unresponsive, caught in a trance-like state. Jack bursts outside, desperate to pull her away from whatever is captivating her. When he finally reaches her, she snaps out of it, claiming she was talking to her friend in the woods. Confused and frightened, Jack brings her inside, but a gnawing fear takes root in his heart. The following days are filled with escalating tension. Ben continues to have nightmares, claiming he sees the man with glowing eyes watching them. Emily, feeling increasingly helpless, insists they leave the cabin, but Jack argues that they can't let fear drive them away. That night, the family gathers in the living room trying to distract themselves with games. Suddenly, a loud bang echoes through the cabin and the lights flicker. The children scream as they see a figure outside, illuminated briefly by a flash of lightning. Jack rushes to the window, but there's nothing there. The atmosphere becomes suffocating, with each family member on edge. One evening, while Jack is outside chopping wood, he hears whispering coming from the trees. Fear grips him as he realizes the voices sound eerily like Emily and the children. Panicking, he races back inside, but when he enters, he finds the cabin in disarray, furniture overturned, doors ajar, and no sign of his family. Heart racing, he searches the cabin, calling out their names, but the only response is an unsettling silence. After what feels like hours, Jack finally locates them in the basement, huddled together, eyes wide with terror. They explain that they heard someone calling them from outside, and it sounded just like Jack. Realizing the skinwalkers are using their fears against them, Jack tries to calm them, but the weight of their experiences has taken its toll. They decide to leave the cabin at dawn, feeling that their lives depend on it. As night falls, they prepare to sleep, but the sounds of scratching and howling return, growing louder and more frantic. As dawn breaks, the family packs their belongings, determined to escape the woods. However, as they make their way to the car, they find the path blocked by dark shapes moving between the trees. Jack feels the icy grip of fear as he realizes they are surrounded. In a final act of defiance, he confronts the shadows, telling them they won't be taken. In a moment of clarity, he remembers the elders' words about protecting one's spirit. The family joins hands, shouting affirmations, and the figures begin to dissolve into the mist. Finally breaking free, they flee the cabin, vowing never to return. The experience leaves scars that will haunt them forever, a reminder that some legends are rooted in terrifying truths.